What's good, man? Over here trying to educate you guys, man, and enlighten y'all as best as I can. Combat veteran, therapist, family man, almost 40 years of experience. You know, I got kids and kid responsibilities, man, so it's hard to really stay consistent on here. When you're a real father and a real man doing what you're supposed to do, you know, YouTube may not be your priority, but try to squeeze you guys as much as I can on the agenda, keep you informed, keep you educated. Each of us present and come with value in humanity. We all have a gift. God created each of us uniquely. We're all uniquely designed, you know, to participate in this thing called life. So bear with me. You guys who've been with me for a while, you know my daughter, she has a lot of personality. Okay? She's not your typical, well, she is your typical kid, you know. Just wants to play and wants a lot of attention. She's spoiled. Hope you guys are blessed. Taking care of yourself. I'm gonna get her pacifier, get her something to, I hate giving her pacifier. It's not good for their teeth, but every once in a while I'll let her have it. I want to talk about these events in the media recently and its connection to Black survival in America. Right when I need to talk about important topics, I swear, like, you guys who ain't got no kids, man, save your seed. Save your seed. We can't afford a whole bunch of kids getting in the way of us teaching and educating. Unless you got some money and you can hire some nannies, save your seed, man. Focus right now. Kids gonna have you all over the place. You're not even gonna have time to really be of any help to your people with a whole bunch of damn kids all over the place. You know, you guys that are single, educate yourself, especially if you Black. It's gonna be a Black show today. You guys that are Black and young, save your seed, man, and educate yourself, man, and sharpen your leadership skills, because having a family is a good thing, but when you have a family and you have a kid and your children, it gets in the way of you really being a participant for your people and really supporting your people. It slow you down. We are in different times now. This ain't the fucking 50s and the 40s where you can have kids and go out and lead and educate and teach. These times are different. Your time is everything. So a lot of you people that don't got kids and you young, you might want to stay in that place, because that's when you could be more useful to the community. You know, you could be more useful unless you're wealthy and you can afford nannies and different things like that. So yeah, I want to talk about these incidents. A lot of you guys, a lot of my people are probably working and in school, so I'm not expecting a whole lot of people in this video. This is going to be a Black survival guide from a combat veteran perspective, therapist perspective for Black folks in America today, okay? Because I care about you guys, I love you guys, I understand the complexity of your existence right now, and it just hurts my heart to see everything that you're up against. So I want to do my part to try to help Black people in this country on what I believe needs to be your mindset. In a lot of ways, what's going on with Black people, these psychological tactics that the enemy is using, is a lot of it mirrors the Israelites in the Old Testament. And when the Israelites were in Egypt, the ancient Israelites, when they were in Egypt and they needed to be freed, I see America as like ancient Egypt. That's why they have so many parallels. You got the obelisk in DC, you got these presidents like Trump who think they're Pharaoh. Look at him. He basically adorned the White House in all gold. What more gold can you find than in Egypt, right? So I'm going to talk to you about, thank you so much, brother. God bless you, Takoni. I want to really help you guys as African Americans, because It's not all black people see the same things. Not all of us, even though we're all black, we don't share the same intellect, the same wisdom, the same understanding. This thing is really complicated in life, so we have to come together. It's like by design, how God created it. It's like we're all a piece of a puzzle, so we all have to bring each piece of our perspective and logic and understanding. We have to link this thing together for it to really work. You know, that those days of having a Neo in the Matrix and we just need one, you know, just one, those days are done, all right? We got to come together. And it's not necessarily coming together to be against anybody, but we have to come together to save ourselves, okay? So, in the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk's recent murder, carried out by another white American, social media was flooded with commentary on gun safety, community grief, and violence prevention. Yet when a Ukrainian woman tragically died on the subway in an altercation with a black man, which really wasn't an altercation, he just killed the woman, public outcry swerved towards racial fear. The narrative quickly spiraled into calls for public lynchings, okay? Restoring law and order, and heightened suspicion of black men in public spaces. These disparities expose Americans' split conscience, where white violence is mourned as a collective tragedy and black presence is criminalized as a societal threat. If it was up to me, you guys, I wish all you black folks who have the ability and the sense and the faith, get out of America. Like, get the fuck up out of here. And if you're here, you better make sure you're protected. You know, you need to make sure you're protected. You're connected to a community of protection. You do not want to be alone on the island in this country right now. You do not want to be alone in this country right now. Knowing what I know now, I would have took my sweet ass time building a family. I would have took my sweet ass motherfucking time, you know, because I was ignorant, I was young, I was dumb, and based off of being grown up in Detroit back then in the 80s and the 90s, your family's already broken up, you know, you're rushing to create your own family, you're rushing to find love, right? And that shit is like a trap, you know. I love my kids, but I can barely do a video just to teach you guys because I'm getting pulled in so many directions by my fucking choices, all right? And I love my kids, so I don't regret anything, but I'm just showing you when you're rushing off of that fear, oh, I gotta have a family. I may not live to 15. I gotta create my own children. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. What if I don't make it? You're setting yourself up to not be as effective as you could as a young black man for your people, for your community, because you're gonna get pulled all in all directions. Look at all these brothers getting pulled from child support here. They got baby mamas here. They got kids there. They can't. What fucking good are we to our people? And we're pulled all over the fucking place. All right. So now this ain't for the people who got kids and maybe you got resources where you can get a nanny, so you can afford to go out and march. You can afford to go out and educate and mentor. But when you have kids, it puts you in a precarious position where you got to really choose your priorities. Okay. You see this shit? So, but I'm gonna keep educating you guys. I love my baby. She just, you know, she at that age. I'm just breaking it down to you. So, we have a split conscience in this country where right now, and sometimes I feel like shit I can say can be prophetic. White people are paying really special attention to you African Americans in this country. They've always been, but now even more than ever, all right? They're looking for you to fuck up, okay? They're looking for you to fuck up in any way. In these days, if you got loans, you got bills, you got credits, you got creditors, you need to be paying all your shit on time, all right? Because they're looking for any reason to pull the rug under your ass. All right. All those random bill phone calls, you paid it on time, but they're still sending you late notices. All that shit is not coincidence. All right. They're looking for any way they can psychologically, and it's not saying the white man is a bad person. It's the devil. And he's disguising himself as many different races and cultures these days. Okay. And they're looking for any reason to pull the rug under you black folks, man. You know, so Be careful and wary in these times. If you don't have to do it, avoid taking out unnecessary loans. Avoid taking out unnecessary credits. Avoid relying on the American system as much as you fucking can. All right? You do not want to be on the American nipple and you a black man right now in America 2025. I'm telling you, they already pulled Section 8 from under you. They already pulled, government assistance, all these different things for people who weren't trying to abuse it, but just trying to use it to get through. They're already stripping you away from this shit, all right? So you want to be as independent financially, mentally, and spiritually as possible. You don't want to be a dependent black person on this American system. You're going to fucking lose, all right? Every time she hear me talk, she always get excited because I don't really talk a lot, honestly. What, mama? Here, let me give you this. Yeah, so I got some notes that I'm going to take. Here. Yeah, you got white people that are good, solid people, man. I was in the Marine Corps, man. I know there's good white people out there, all right? Nobody know no better than me. I'm fucking military, bro. So I get that. But even you being a white dude, you can't deny the shit that's going on right now against the black people in this country. You'll be fucking blind if you can't sit up here and be honest with your fucking self and say, you know what? You're right. I'm not like that as a white person, but I have seen it. You got to be honest with yourself, bro. So I appreciate you being that and putting that out there in the comment, but it's not enough, bro. You got to admit, bro. I'm not going to over-explain, okay? And growing up, I didn't even get programmed with racism growing up in Detroit. I was in an environment of all niggas, and my grandma looked white. So it wasn't like I grew up like most civil rights people where it was like, oh, I had my house burned down by the KKK and all this shit. I grew up where I was blind to racism and discrimination and prejudice because everybody was niggas in Detroit. And my grandma, if anything, she hated black people. She was bad at all the shit they was doing. She wasn't really, I wasn't really being taught about racism and shit like that growing up. I wasn't programmed with that shit. I had to learn firsthand, So now that I've learned it and I experienced, it was like God was like, I'm not going to put this in Randy's mind. I'm going to let him go out and see it for himself. My wife, she upstairs fucking sleep, man. It's like I need her to be awake, She up there sleeping, tired and shit, got me doing all this work. So yeah, man, I understand, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. All right, I'm not gonna even go there with you, but I appreciate you, man. There's a lot of white boys that don't got nothing to do with what the fuck is going on, but that's not stopping the situation, bro. And it's not just white people. Baby, what's going on? This child. What's going on, mama? You just don't want daddy to teach, huh? You don't want daddy to teach right now, huh? You want all the attention on you. So we now live in a country where the race of a perpetrator becomes the forecast for the national mood. You can't lie. When these damn crimes happen, if Charlie Kirk's murderer would have been a fucking black man, Double D, don't sit up here and fucking lie out your damn teeth. You know they would have been after the black people if that shit would have been, if he would have been a brother. You know it. White people know this shit too. You know it. No, it's different for black folks. It's different. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, people are racist everywhere. That's all distractions. That's why America will never get any better, because you guys got ADHD. You guys can't hold your thought on one topic in one point. You guys want to jump from one thought. Okay, yeah, I know black people got it fucked up, but you guys got ADHD, so you can't focus You can't hold your thought on just one topic, on one subject. Let's not get scattered. Let's not scatter this shit. All right? Black people are down bad right now. All right? And it's only what, 13, 12% of the fucking population. It's black and white social dynamics is not good. You got people in the comments talking about they need to do public lynchings. Okay? It's to the point where motherfuckers are sending the National Guard into black community, okay? Don't sit up here and try to hop thoughts and jump thoughts. That's what the devil wants y'all motherfuckers to do. He wants you to skip over these discussions about the African-American issue, and he wants you worrying about the Arabics. He wants you worrying about the Israelites. Damn, you know, we worrying about the fucking Jews. Now we worrying about the Palestinians, okay? Now we worrying about the whites. Then we worrying about the whites in Utah and the whites in South Carolina. He wants you all over the fucking place, all right? You got to focus, you know. That's why you guys, you younger people, you can't really get shit done because you're all over the damn place. Focus on black survival. What we can learn from this Charlie Kirk situation is my damn point. I'm not here to hop, skip, and jump and monkey bar all over the fucking place, all right? We're not doing that ADHD, oh, but racism is everywhere. We're not doing that because what that does is it minimizes the shit that black people are going through because you guys want to loop all this isolated shit and hop all over the fucking place. So we now live in a country where the race of the perpetrator becomes the forecast for the national mood. People anxiously wait mugshots, last names, skin tones to determine what narrative will rule the next 24 hours. African Americans walk through a minefield of assumptions where the wrong action or simply the wrong presence can spark outrage, fear, or violence. How long can this tension sustain before the straw breaks the camel's back? Okay, African American experience mirrors that of the Israelites in Egypt. Okay, many remained in bondage not because Pharaoh held them, but because of comfort, familiarity, right? And fear of the unknown. That's what kept them chained. Moses, appointed by God, had to contend with the people's rebellion and resistance as much as Pharaoh's cruelty. Like the Israelites, many African Americans today are hesitant to leave behind the illusion of democracy, despite the cost to their mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. All right, Exodus 14:12, Numbers 14:4, Acts 7:39. So 25 points on African American survival in America. Number 1, guard who you trust. Matthew 7:6, do not give dogs what is holy. Not everyone deserves access to your plans, your pain, or your personal data. Oversharing can be weaponized against you in legality, workplace, or community settings. Be careful who you guys are gossiping to. You black folks, who you're telling your business to, who you're sharing your political ideologies with, it will be weaponized against you in these times, all right? You already got the FBI tracking a lot of black folks with this whole black identity extremist. So that means anything that come out of your fucking mouth they don't agree with, they're gonna hang your ass with it. And you better believe, and it's not all white people, but these white people in power, these racists, these devils who happen to be white, all right? Because you got black devils, Asian devils, Indian devils, I know because I've seen the shit. So it's not just white people, but these motherfuckers who in power, all right, they're tracking your ass. That's why they're tracking your Google searches. They're tracking you through your social. They're tracking these conversations you're having on these social media platforms, what you're seeing on YouTube. They're tracking shit that you think is just minimal, right? You're just gossiping, and they're tracking all your conversations and everything, all right? So be careful what information you're putting out there, black man. Be careful what the fuck you're saying with your mouth. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. They let Charlie Kirk go around this country. He could say whatever the fuck he want to say. You want to know why? Because he's a white boy, all right? White privilege is real. But you want to know what they going to say to the immigrants And to the visa holders who got anything to argue about some of his controversial topics after his death, they're going to ban your ass from coming to this country. Any commentator in the news who got an opinion about anything he said that they don't agree with, they're going to fire your ass. So there is no black man, there is no fucking freedom of speech. All right? Get that shit out of your mind. All right? It's a trap. They want you to believe you motherfuckers got freedom of speech, freedom to say whatever you want to say, so that way they can weaponize your words, all right? And they can use them against you. White people have freedom of speech. You black folks don't got no damn freedom of speech. And you do, but you don't got freedom from the consequences, all right? Just get that whole freedom of speech shit out of your mind. Be smarter than that, all right? Be smarter than that. Now, I'm not trying to strip away your rights and say, you know, you got to live in a fucking cage. I'm just telling you, you need to be smart. In psychology, we say it's not about always what's true. It's about what's effective, what works, okay? It's not effective to go around saying whatever the fuck you want to say. Unless you're connected to some sort of community. Even then, they're tracking your ass, all right? So if you want to survive, if you're going to happen to stay in Egypt, right, because you don't want to leave, you want your comforts, watch your fucking mouth, all right? Even elders, I believe a lot of these elders failed black folks, all right? That's why you see a lot of these older black people, a lot of them living in fucking fear, all right? They don't even want to advocate and fight for you. You got the, you know, the different certain groups and things out there who are fighting. So you got elders, salute to the black elders that are out there working and who are doing, you know, the work. So salute to you guys. But even a lot of the black elders, they fucking failed. Not all. Even these older black men, they don't even want to have any conversations that can jeopardize their platforms, jeopardize their rights, their freedoms. They're scared, right? A lot of these older black guys, not all, because you got some good ones, a lot of them are living in fear. They failed you. So it's going to be up to you younger people, you know, to really take the lead, all right? These elders, you know, unless they're guided by God and by his spirit, they're not going to save you, all right? They're not. They're going to cover their own ass, all right? So you can't, we don't really have a whole lot of elders, really. So pay your fucking bills on time, all right? Romans 13:8, let no debt remain outstanding, all right? When systems are already rigged against you, avoid giving the government an open door to repossess your dignity, all right? Through neglect. Financial discipline is a form of resistance. Pay your fucking bills, black man, all right? Are there gonna be days where you're gonna have some late bills, some late debts? Maybe the fucking paycheck didn't come on time. You're dealing with the management. They're discriminating against you for whatever reason. I believe it because I've had situations like that happen where you're not getting paid on time and shit. Don't take out unnecessary loans. Practice discipline. You don't need all this material shit in these times, all right? It won't be long before the Lord comes. In a blink of an eye, none of this shit is going to matter, all right? Focus on what really matters, all right? Maybe you don't need the nicest car, all right? The biggest fucking house, right? Nicest pair of shoes and all that material shit, all right? You need to worry about your spiritual health, all right? Pay your bills on time right now. They're looking for you guys to be late. You may have paid your bills on time every day for a year. That one late payment you do, now they're taking your shit. You're like, man, I've been paying my bills every month on time. Randy, I only missed one payment. They already repossessed my shit. You damn right, because I told your ass. You know, they're looking for the devil's looking for any door in. He's looking for any door in, okay? Pay your bills on time, black man. 3, do not engage in criminal activity. 1 Thessalonians 5:22, it's abstain from all appearance of evil, okay? Your body is already seen as a damn weapon, okay? Don't hand society the evidence that it's looking for. Live above reproach to protect your future. You got motherfuckers who in your family that's engaged in criminal activity. You got people who are part of gangs, and I get it. Everybody's, you know, a lot of black people are just looking for somewhere to belong. I get it. A lot of these gangs were really just born out of just, you know, the damn country don't want us here. The white people don't want us in their neighborhoods. I feel comfortable here, Randy. I feel like I belong here. I get that. I get that. But the robbing, the stealing, the murder, all that shit ain't belonging. All right? That's no excuse. All right, stay away, black man, from that criminal activity. All right, that shit is a trap. You already see the damn National Guard is getting sent where? To all the black communities, right? Even communities where crime has been going down because our reputation precedes us. All right, they don't give a damn if crime has been down the past 2 years. If the whole 20-year your fucking history has been crime and violence, they send in the National Guard to your damn city. All right, so stay away from criminal activity. Say no. Stop hanging out with motherfuckers because you want to be cool. You know they thieves. You know they stealing shit. Stay away from them, all right? Because your ass is going to be going down. And a lot of times the thief will get away. But your ass, he going to get caught eventually. But your ass going to go down first. And you don't even steal. But just because you're around them, all right? Don't be a damn idiot. Disentangle from the comfort of Egypt. Exodus 14:12. It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians. You see that? When they saw that Red Sea and Moses was trying to lead them out of Egypt, and they saw one of the major first barriers, right? The Israelites are already thinking, coming out of an oppressed ass environment, man, it would have been better for us to stay in Egypt. See, that's the problem with a lot of niggas. You guys got too much comfort in America. You want that comfort, you know, and that's what's gonna keep your ass, you know, you're basically walking on the edge of a razor where you don't know what the hell is going to happen. Right now, America is on the brink of, I don't want to say like a civil war, but they can't wait. It's almost like a civil war, right? That's the closest language we could say to it. Class war, race war, whatever the fuck you want to call it. A war, all right? And they can't wait for you black people to do some sort of like high profile killing or kill one of their politicians. And what a lot of these people are doing in America is they're lumping black people, LGBTQ people, anybody who's against the establishment or who has a different, not even against the establishment, just have a difference of fucking opinion. You know, I noticed that with the dominant society, and it's not just white folks, it's whites, it's Indians, it's Asians, Hispanics, they know who the fuck they are. I ain't gotta break them down. They don't want you even against their narrative, right? If you even have a fucking argument, now all of a sudden you're liberal. Now all of a sudden you're the left. You see how Elon Musk, this motherfucker ain't even American. And he's already trying to use American language and catchphrases like, oh yeah, those liberals are murderers. You got motherfuckers who not even from America who are hopping on these bandwagons of, we gotta label these people who are so against what we say. And you know, it's a power dynamic, all right? So if you got a difference of opinion, if you don't think like the dominant society wants you to think, congratulations, you just become a liberal. I didn't even know what the fuck a liberal was, all right? People in my comment sections, oh, you liberals, oh, you liberals. Like, motherfucker, that's just a way for them to lump you up with a whole lot of people who they already don't like, all right? So they're already getting these labels and these terms and shit together, right? So get disentangled from this comfort of Egypt. You motherfuckers got your Coney Island, you got your damn Lay's potato chips, your McDonald's, your Burger King, KFC. That's what they want, is for you niggas to be so hooked. You know, they already got a lot of y'all hooked by the balls because you want your large fry, you want your Big Mac, you want your Whopper, you want all that bullshit, right? And it really ain't good for you. And then you go to another country, damn, I ain't got a kid, I ain't got a Popeyes out here, man, how I'm gonna live out here? You know, they already got you in the bullshit. Start disentangling yourself from the comfort of Egypt, man. All right? Change your fucking diet. Change your spending habits. Change your taste. Change yourself. All right? Don't be a damn slave to creature comforts that could really put your ass at risk, because now you don't know how to be international. Now you don't know how to travel and live abroad. Now you don't know how to be diverse because you want fucking McDonald's and Popeyes chicken and shit. So disentangle from the comforts of Egypt, all right? Establish emotional and psychological boundaries. Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, black man. All right? Your peace is sacred. Do not allow narratives of fear, shame, or inferiority to take root in your mind. All right? That kind of speaks for itself. I don't got to elaborate on that. Avoid performing for acceptance. Galatians 1:10. Am I now seeking the approval of man or the approval of God? This is not the time to be worrying about being a fucking rapper. This isn't the time to be worrying about how can I be an entertainer. You're tap dancing for your fucking enemy. Yeah, okay, you can get some quick money, all right? A lot, but all money ain't good money, all right? Kai Cenat told you motherfuckers, you want to be dancing, you want to tap dance, you want to do all this circus shit, right? You look like a fucking circus clown. really, all right? I understand you trying to get financial security and you're trying to, ain't a whole lot of options and shit like that. I get that, all right? But this is not the time to be dancing for motherfuckers, all right? Because who are you when the damn music stops? And a lot of times when you want to be a rapper, you want to be a singer, you want to be an actor, you ain't got no skills anywhere else. So when you're not getting booked, you ain't got no shows, you don't know what else to fucking do. All right. You're gonna be a rapper, you're gonna be a singer, black man. Be a plumber too. Be an electrician. Be a fucking carpenter. Have other skills in your tool belt. Just don't be a damn rapper. All right. Survival means being, not performing. Respectability politics won't save you from systemic bias. 7, develop private streams of income. What it says from Proverbs 6:6-8. Go to the ant, you sluggard, all right? Relying solely on public systems like Section 8 and food stamps is dangerous. Learn skills that create independence, okay? That kind of speaks for itself. Damn, I wish her mom was up so she can watch her, man. Every time I want to get in my damn bag, man. I ain't gonna complain about my wife. I love my wife. I want her to rest. I'm just like, damn, man. Study Black history to build identity. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for their lack of knowledge. You need to really study Black history. A lot of the shit that's going on now is the same shit that was going on in the 60s and in the 50s. You need to educate yourself. A lot of you guys are reading and studying, so it ain't all of you guys. But then some of you guys don't want to pick up a damn book. You need to be studying, okay? How were other people, younger people, able to navigate these systems? When shit got tight, how were they thinking, okay? How are they thinking? That's what you need to be. Black people need to be studying their history more than ever right now. That's why they're trying to remove your damn history, because they know that knowledge is power, okay? This little girl. What, mama? Your mama's sleeping. Don't fall into the trap of retaliation. Romans 12:19. Vengeance is mine. Okay, I will repay, says the Lord. Don't go out trying to look for revenge, all right? They know you black people are mad as hell. They know what they're doing isn't right. A lot of these white folks and people who happen to be white, they're living in fear more than ever. They're not going to fight for you motherfuckers, all right? Because they scared. They scared of losing their job. They scared of getting retaliated against and all that shit, So don't try to get revenge, all right? Trust the Lord, all right? The Lord sees what's going on, okay? Do not try to get revenge. Leave space for the Lord and his revenge, all right? They're looking for you niggas to retaliate. The reason why these people in power, the reason why the enemy is doing what he's doing is because he's like, I know these niggas gonna break. They're gonna fucking break. And they're gonna throw it all away. They're gonna break and they're gonna throw it all away. That's what he wants you guys to do. Do not retaliate. If you gotta protect yourself and defend yourself, do what you gotta do. That's between you and God, all right? I understand as a man, as a woman, you got kids and you feel like you're being violated. You wanna protect and defend yourself, So I can't, I gotta walk even a fine line on the shit I'm telling you because I understand, I don't wanna, make you feel like you're damn powerless, but you better pray, okay? What, mama? So my battery about to die anyway, but I still got more points. But it's all good because I don't want to fast food this. Me and black people need to have a talk. All right. Thank you, Ditto. Hi, Jesus loves you. Hi, Jesus loves you and your channel and your viewers. Yeah, I know Jesus loves me. That's why God created me. Okay. I was created, my creation, and just, me being here proves to me that Jesus and God love me because I didn't have to be here. All right. I beat the sperm race. All right. So obviously, I know, thank you for your kindness. I know God loved me and I know Jesus loved me. That's why I'm here, especially in these times, in these days. I know I'm loved. I know where I'm going. So, I'm just trying to spread what I know and my knowledge and help talk and communicate for people who can't, because that's scriptural. all right? There's a lot of scripture around us having to stand up and lead and guide our people, all right? The Bible ain't just about sitting on your damn hands, all right? So I'm doing my part. I'm gonna continue this series. I got my daughter in one hand, all right? Shit is all over the place. You know, she attention and hyperactive and shit. So let me get to my daddy duties, and my phone about to die anyway. Mom is up there asleep, but I got today off. So I ain't got nothing but fucking time. And I'm gonna take my time on this. So I'm only at point, what was my next point? Yeah, they want you angry enough to act out. Don't take the bait. Channel your rage into a strategy. I'm gonna stop with 10 because I got 25 points. Speak carefully in public settings. Even a fool who keeps silent is considered wise. Proverbs 17:28. A single phrase can be misconstrued and lead to consequences you didn't see coming. All right, you guys already know this stuff, but I wanted a video that has it all there. All right. So we're gonna talk about the black people's survival strategies, how we need to be thinking, what we need to be doing scripturally based off of this word. All right, the Israelites have been there, done that. They're in heaven looking down on us like, are they going to take the knowledge? Are they going to read? You're damn right. I'm gonna take the knowledge and I'm gonna share it with you guys, but I can't guarantee you're gonna eat what I'm feeding you. All right, so it depends on your damn diet. All right, the word diet is in diet. So if you have a healthy diet, you might want to eat what I'm feeding you. All right, if you don't, it's on you. So I'll be back. I got today off. I'm gonna take some time, take care of my daughter. She need to, her mama need to wake up. We got the nanny coming today. All right, so we blessed and fortunate. All right, I'm gonna have the nanny come. She gonna come clean up the house, organize everything. The wife is gonna come get the baby. I'm gonna go up to my office and we're gonna break this shit down. All right. Let me see if I can squeeze a couple more points for this phone die. 11, practice stealth generosity. Do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Matthew 6:3. Be charitable, but wisely. Keep your giving and your success quiet. It protects your peace, all right? A lot of times they don't even want you having money. You got a lot of black people who get large sums of money. They go to the bank with a check. The bank don't even want to cash the fucking check. They calling the police on you. These are the days that we're living in, all right? So let me take care of her. I'm gonna close this video because my damn phone's about to die, of course. But I got today off, and we got the nanny coming. Baby, mom's gonna take care of the baby. I'm gonna be back for you, black man. Sit your ass down. You know, if you're working, go to work. If you're not, I'll be back. All right. I love you guys. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back.